For the longest time, I secretly wanted more. I often found myself shrinking to fit in, settling for what was comfortable, and even selling myself short. Once I finally accepted that we deserve success and we are blessed with the power to achieve it, I stopped playing small. I'm serious about building a life I love, and you should be too. I'm Denise Taylor of DeniseTaylor.live, and welcome to Life, Love, and the Pursuit of Happiness. I help women prioritize themselves, their success, and their happiness. Well, hello, it's Denise Taylor. I am so excited that you clicked the button to tune into this episode of Life, Love, and the Pursuit of Happiness. Making this connection with you is truly a defining moment. It's something that I've been working hard to prepare myself for because I want it to show up truly authentic for you. In this moment, we are making a connection, one where I will rise to be an advocate and champion for you and your greatness. You see, within you, I believe something spectacular exists. I believe that there's a greatness that dwells within you that you sometimes discount, that sometimes you settle and sometimes you overlook and sell yourself short, simply because I had a pattern of doing that too. I experienced a lot of childhood trauma that lessened my self-esteem and made me feel less than in many occasions. Even though I went on to experience a great amount of achievement and success, I still felt in my heart and mind that I did not deserve it and I was not worthy of it. I recently saw a Facebook post, you know how we get inspiration from them, that really reminded me of my value. And when I read it, I was so encouraged. I didn't pin it, but I want to share it with you now. It simply says these things. And I think if we can overcome these things, we can secure the success and greatness that we secretly desire. So listen, it says, I am not my childhood trauma. I am not my high school trauma. I am not my parents. I am not my siblings. I am not the people I slept with. I am not my ex-relationships. I am not my old friendships. I am not my failures. I'm not my poor choices. And I am not a victim. It's so powerful because all of those experiences sometimes come in and make us think that somehow we're ruined. And what I want to do on this platform is remind you that you have power to build a life that you love without apology, that you in fact deserve it and you're worthy of it, regardless of your past experiences. You see, I had a dark past too. I had some experiences that quite honestly kind of wanted to take me out. They had me depressed at moments. They certainly have impacted my self-esteem and made me feel less powerful. But when I made connection with my Creator, who I believe with all of my heart has saved me and redeemed me, I have accepted the redeeming love of Christ. When I made that relationship, I felt empowered. In fact, he gave me a promise in his words that says, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but I gave you power. And through that relationship, I have been able to get confident and rise above the circumstances that I face daily and the bitterness of my dark past. You see, I suffered many things at the hands of others and many things at my own choices too. I was molested, I was sexually assaulted, and there's a lot of things that I have had to overcome in terms of family relationships. I had mama drama, daddy drama, all that kind of drama, but I had to muster up the courage to rise above it all. Those things can plague us, and I'm not downplaying them because they are real. They are real challenges that we have to overcome. But what I do know is that we can develop the right perspective, the right attitude to move forward and be successful. And this platform is about that rise. It's about overcoming the despair of what happened to us, what might have been there trying to ruin our day in our life, and being able to move forward boldly, embracing our power and going to be, do, become, and achieve everything our hearts desire. You see, I will keep reiterating it over and over. You can build a life that you love without apology. Now, through my experience, I have defined what I believe are life-changing principles for success. I love to call them the Success SuperPowers simply because they are rooted in our ability to embrace our power and go. Superpower number 1 is this: we must see ourselves successful. Your vision sets the goal. That sets the tone, it sets the stage, it sets the goal for what you are to achieve. So seeing yourself successful is the number 1 principle for seeing yourself above, rising to the occasion and overcoming every circumstance that you had to face in life. We must see the accomplished version of ourselves. And if you're struggling to see it, then chances are you're not convinced that it can happen for you. I am here to tell you that you can have it. So seeing yourself successful may be the exact superpower that you need to flex. It's the number 1 because with vision, we can overcome and not perish. So I love the way that Apostle Ivy Hillier puts it. He said, we must visit our future on the canvas of our imagination. And I believe that to be 100% true. Superpower number 2, shake off fear. I love the acronym for fear being false evidence appearing real because it is a lie. Whatever is rising up to say you can't is a lie because you can. Whatever is rising up to say you don't deserve is a lie because you do. And whatever is rising up to say you can't have is a lie because you can. So false evidence appearing real manifests itself as fear. We have to have courage to overcome and do, be, become, and have everything our hearts desire. We deserve it despite our experiences. We deserve it despite what might have happened to us. It is our right, and we can go after it. You know, one of the things I know to be true is that every successful person begins with 2 key beliefs. The first belief they have is that the future can be better, and the second belief that they have is that they have the power to make it so. I want you to know that you can remove all doubt and you can choose to turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans. Superpower number 3. Now I'm going over the success superpowers that I think are integral for us achieving what we want in life, because you can build a life that you love without apology. You don't have to apologize for your heart's desire. What you want is what you want, and you can have it. Number 3 is do the work. Now, I wish we could just name it and claim it, and it would just voila appear. But the truth is this: we must do the work. We have to put our hands to work because God is going to bless the work of our hands. Doing it, whatever it is truly where your faith comes alive. It is when your faith is made known. I can see what you want by what I see you do. So your actions matter. They must correspond with what you are hoping and believing for. And here's the challenge. The challenge is this: to do something daily, every single day, that aligns with what you have faith for. Now, the one caution to the wind that I want to throw is this: slow progress is better than no progress any day. And sometimes we get discouraged because things move slowly. But I want you to know that as long as you keep moving forward towards your goal, towards your dream, towards the life that you want, you are indeed achieving. So slow progress is better than no progress. Now, superpower number 4 is this: you must take care of you. And this is critically important because we have gotten to the point where we have reduced self-care to nothing more than manicures and pedicures. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my nails done. I love my toes done too. My self-care is about the holistic person of who I am physically, who I am emotionally, who I am financially, who I am professionally. How am I edifying and building myself up? Because in life, we are called to pour out of our being. And in pouring out, we are emptying our tank, which means that we must be very intentional about pouring back in. And that is what self-care is all about. Self-care is about the substance needed to sustain the weight of greatness that you possess. In order for you to show up as great and strong as you have been designed to be, you must take care of you. There's a lot of success waiting for you, but God does not want you to be overwhelmed. He wants you to thrive, which means that you have to be very intentional about taking care of you. Now, self-care is about investing in you fully so that you can perform optimally. And it's a conscious act, a very conscious act to promote your own physical, mental, and emotional health. Sometimes we just brush over when we really should give intense focus. And so if you don't have a great self-care strategy, you really need to invest in that if you know that you're being called to greatness. And oftentimes we overlook it, but it is the powerful key that helps us build resistance so that the life stressors that we cannot eliminate can be dealt with properly. So taking care of you is an absolute vital step for success. That is why it is a superpower. And finally, number 5 is this: hold fast to your faith. Don't get weary in well-doing. Anything worth having is absolutely worth your pursuit. It's worth your diligence, and it's worth your passion. You cannot give up. You have to face whatever opposition rise and know that typically opposition only comes when success is on the horizon. You're often very close when you are being faced with the most difficulty and distractions. And so holding fast to your faith and really deepening your resolve to go for it and remain committed to it is absolutely where you must flex your superpower and muscle. The thing you must remember is this, that the world needs your deposit. And there are people waiting to hear your voice. And I know that was one of the most inspiring things for me, was the people who were waiting to hear my voice through this platform that drove me to stay consistent and press through until the reality happened. I spent the last 6 months really working on me so that I could be available for you. I live a blessed life and I thank God for it. But here's my truth. I know that being blessed is one thing, but being a blessing is quite another. And I have reached the point where my heart's desire is to be a blessing for you. So I'm showing up in this platform as an advocate for you, for your greatness, for your success. I am showing up here to help champion you to the point where you will not give up. And I believe that the power comes when we hear the testimony of others who faced the difficulty, yet rose to the occasion to soar. So welcome to Life, Love, and the Pursuit of Happiness. And I pray that each of those superpowers, the 5 that I introduced, number 1, see yourself successful. Number 2, shake off fear. Number 3, do the work. Number 4, take care of you. And finally, number 5, hold fast to your faith, will ring clear every week as you check in with the podcast. Now, this platform is new, so I need your support. I need you to rate. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share. This is going to be something that is going to become integral to your life because it is going to encourage you to rise and soar. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for being a part of our Life, Love, and the Pursuit of Happiness community. I pray that you get a chance to live fully, that you get a chance to embrace love till it overflows, and finally, that you get a chance to bask in the happiness that will enrich your life like never before. Welcome. Well, that's it, beautiful. Thank you for tuning in. Don't ever forget that you truly deserve life, love, and all the happiness your heart can hold. Be relentless in building a life you love without apology. I'm Denise Taylor, and you can always find me in our free Facebook community. Life, love, in the pursuit of happiness, easy to find. Now, if you want more information about my Success SuperPowers, as I'm sure you do, download my free Success SuperPowers ebook at denisetaylor.live/podcast. And one last thing, always embrace your power and go.